if you guys are doing this for your GCSEs, God bless. Hello there everybody, and welcome to a special video I'm doing on this channel. Today, after doing all of my previous videos this month about exams in the UK and the US, I thought it'd be a fun idea to see what all the hubbub is about. A Maths GCSE, that's right, Maths. I'm doing it Maths, not Math, because it is in England. Now I did choose the higher tier option here, which is a bit more difficult, so hopefully won't be too easy for me. Now, it does say I have an hour and a half to do this. I'm going to try and cut myself down. Also, right off the bat, weirdest thing I have to do because of this, use black ink. This is math, the pencil subject, but I'm following the rules. Let's go. First off, we gotta write the surname, of course. This is very important. Other names, Evan, we're gonna put Nave Ragnide, okay, for the classics in there. I don't really have a center number or candidate number, so we're just gonna put 42069 blaze it. Now I know phones aren't usually allowed in exams, but I hope you make an exception. I'm gonna be putting a timer here in the corner so you know I ain't fibbing. Without further ado, let's go. All right, answer all questions. Write your answers in the spaces provided. You must write down all the stages. Okay, write down all the stages. Work out 2 1/7 plus 1 1/4. Okay, 2 1/7 is 15 over 7. This is going to be 5/4. And then but do I have to show all the steps? Am I meant to go like 14 plus 1? Like, that's, come on, we're just gonna go through this. We gotta add these two up, 28 to the common denominator, so we're just gonna go with 60 over 28 plus 35 over 28. We're just gonna draw a nice solid line there. We get 95 over 28. Now, if we want to do that normally, 28 was what? 56, and well, it's gonna be 90 minus 6, which is going to be 84. So it's going to have 3. It's gonna be 3, and 84, and that's gonna be an 11/28. And I think that's perfect. We're gonna just box that, though this is totally good. It's just incomplete. Next up, work out 1 1/5 divided by 3/4. So give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. Okay, so 1 1/5 we're automatically gonna write as 6/5. We're gonna do divided by 3/4, which of course we know is 6/5 times the reciprocal there, 4/3, and this is pretty good. This goes into a 2, this just becomes a 1, and then we have 8 over 5, 8/5, which of course is 1 3/5. Final answer. Good, making good time. That's pretty basic. Hopefully, you know, it gets more difficult. Hopefully there's not as much geometry. That's like my weakest of all the maths. Okay, in a village, the number of houses and the number of flats is in the ratio of 7 to 4. Okay, the number of flats to the number of bungalows is a ratio of 8 to 5. So I'm just gonna write down these things just so I know. This is number of houses and number of flats. And then we have number of flats to bungalows is 8, 5. So flats to bungalows. Cool. There are 50 bungalows in the village. How many houses are there in the village? Okay, so we have 50 bungalows. All right, so that's pretty easy because 50, look at that. That means there's 80 of these. So we have 50 and 80 flats, and if there's 80 flats, that's gonna be 4 times 20 equals 80. I'm just trying to show the work here. So if that's 20, we're just do, what's 7 times 20? Well, that's 140. So therefore, there's gonna be 140 houses for 80 flats for 50 bungalows. The correct answer, how many houses, is 140. Bam! I really hope I'm getting all the points here. Next, Renee buys 5 kilograms of sweets. Renee, you have a problem. Okay, oh no, she's selling them. My girl, entrepreneur, she pays 10 pounds for the sweets. All right, she pays, that's a good pound symbol. Okay, 10 pounds buys her 5 kilograms of sweets. I always like to write down everything just in case. Renee puts all the sweets into bags. She puts 250 grams of sweets into each bag, and she sells each of them for 65p. What is her percentage profit? Oh, percentage profit. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, guys, getting into some complicated stuff here. 250 grams, oh, she has 5 kilograms. How many groups of 250 is that? Well, 250, I'm gonna write the steps here, times 4 equals 1 kilogram. And so if we have 5, then we clearly have 20 bags. All right, so we have 20 bags of sweets. That's how many she's gonna have. Each of them sells for 65p. So that's an 8. I hate that I have to use a pen. 20 bags times 65 pence is going to be equal to, what, 13 pounds or something like that? It was 13. Why didn't I trust myself? All right, so she made 13 pounds, and that is the revenue, all right? That's how much she made. However, how much did she spend? She ended up spending 10 pounds, okay? So for a negative 10, she made a positive 13, which leads me to believe she has a 3-pound profit. Now, what is the profit percentage? I'm going to guess that it's the profit over the original spend, the revenue. So I'm going to say it's 3 pounds over 10 pounds. Oh, profit percentage. It's going to be 3 over 13 or 3 over 10, and I actually don't know what it's going to be. I'm gonna assume it's the original to 10. That might be a different one, maybe revenue percentage. Who knows? So we're going to do 3 over 10, 30%. really nice percent sign. Boom. 30%. Hopefully that's right. If it's not, hey, hopefully I get some points from the nice proctor later. I'm going to be grading this later. So a cycle race across America is 3,069.25 miles in length. Juan knows his average speed from his previous races is 15.12 per hour. For the next race, across America, he will cycle for 8 hours per day. Estimate how many days it will take to complete the race. Okay, so we have always write down everything in your own just so you have it to work with. We have 365 miles. That's the cycle race. He knows his average speed is 15.12 miles per hour. For the next race, he will cycle for 8 hours per day. So we have 8 hours. Estimate how long it will take him to complete the race. Okay, well, if he does 15.12 miles per hour, this is the non-calculator, so we do have to go through this. We have to do 15.12 times 8 to find out how many total miles. So that's going to be 0.96, unless I'm crazy. No, that's correct. And then 8 times 15 is 60 times 2, which is 120. So 120.96. So that's how many total miles are now per day, since he's only doing 8. So if he has 120.96 miles per day, and there's a total of 3,069.25 miles, well, clearly, we're going to do 3,069.25 divided by, this is a fun math equation, 120.96. Now this is evil. I'm going to do it over here. So 120.96. Why are they making me do long division like this? Come on, give me a calculator for this bait. Okay, 3069.25. It says how many days. I can estimate it. So I'm actually, since it says estimate, I'm honestly going to do an estimation here. Don't care about that. We're now going to do 120 divided by 3,069. Well, that's a bit easy. 24.6. Now, I did chop off a little bit extra. I did 120 instead of 121. Because of that, because he's doing less per day, the number's going to be bigger, so I'm going to round up and say 25. So just so you know, I'm going to do 24.6 is similar to 25. I'm rounding up. Bam, okay, hopefully that's correct. If you're watching at home and I've made some big mistakes, this is very embarrassing. Now, Juan is also training for the race now, okay? The average speed he can cycle increases. Good job, exercise. It is now 16.27. How does that affect your answer? Ooh, so now he's doing faster. So now he's got more miles per hour. So how does that affect my answer to part A? Well, this is only worth 1 point, right? Yeah, okay, I wasn't imagining it was. So that means he is cycling faster. So he will take fewer days to finish the race. All right, that's pretty good. Makes sense. Bam, we're already on to number 5. Oh God, here comes the geometry. Oh God, okay. This is a solid square base period of Vapotgd. The base of the pyramid is 6. The height of the pyramid is 4. Base of the pyramid is a square, 6 centimeters. The height's 4. M is the midpoint between BC and, where's M? Okay, BC. Okay, so M is on all sides. He's basically, I'm just going to write 3 and 3 in between. Draw an accurate front elevation of the pyramid from the direction of the arrow. Oh my God, what? What? Okay, frick. I don't know what a front elevation is. I'm going to be honest. From the direction of the arrow. Gosh dang, the height of the pyramid is 4. So if I'm looking at it dead on from that, oh my God. I know about this guy, and assumably because that's that, this is going to be 3, 4, 5. That's a 3, 4, 5 perfect triangle. This is one of those where I go, how many is this worth? This is only worth 2 points. Strategically, screw it. Okay, I'm moving back to that. I'll come back to that a bit later. Geometry is not my... Oh, it's worth more. 4 points. Work out the total surface area of the pyramid. Now that's something I can do. What I'll do is I'll do the area of the square is 6 by 6, so that's 36. A equals 36. This half guy is going to be half the base times the height. So we'll just write down the formula. 1/2 BH equals 1/2. And the height of this is 4. Whoa, don't get caught in a trap. I almost got caught in a trap there. We have a different thing. In this point, we're looking at the triangle that is just the face of it. And so this one has a 5, a 3, and I don't think I got trapped. It's just also a 4. Well, half the base times the height is going to be half of 3 times 5. We're going to have 15, 15 over 2. And that means 7.5. So 7.5, we have 4 of them. So 7.5 times 4 of these triangles is going to get me to 30. 30 plus 36 equals 66. And we're going to just put centimeters squared. Good. Now, like I said, I'm skipping the other part because I generally don't know what it is, and I'd rather come back to it. But that one's done. A pattern is made from 4 identical squares. The sides of the square are parallel to the axes. Point A has coordinates 6, 7. Cool. Point B has coordinates 38, 36. Got it? Point C is marked on the diagram. Work out the coordinates. Oh, okay, well, if they're all squares, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's look at the x. So 6 plus 4 side equals 38, which means that 4 sides equals 32. So each of these is now 8. And since it's a square, we also know that was a cat meowing in the background, by the way. We have a cat now. Now that we know that the sides of the square is 8, we can easily find out what this c is. So it looks like it's plus 16, all right? So we're going to do 6 plus 16 equals 22. Now, to find the y, we're going to do 36 minus, it looks like 2 full. So, and this is x equals. So y is equal to 36 minus 8 twice, correct? Which is 16, which is equal to 22, 20. All right, there we go. I'm pretty sure that's correct. I feel like I'm really rushing these to get these done in time. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. We don't have much time. Okay, we're trying to do this fast. More of this. Okay, shape T is reflected in the line x equals -1 to give shape R. R is reflected in, okay, so let's just do this. X equals -1. So that is this line right here. And if we reflect that, we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, there we go. Now that is actually wrong, because that is the line y equals -1. I'm rushing. This is actually the line x equals -1. This is never mind. That is the triangle never mind. We're moving on. 1, 2, 1, 2. So this we have here is R, and now we're gonna have shape S. Really good at drawing here. Describe a single transformation that would map the shape T to shape S. Oh my lord. This is only worth 2 points. And I genuinely just did some work here. This is the never mind one. I don't want to waste too much time here, but I'm thinking it's got to be, it has to do with like transformations like, so if we have y equals mx plus b, and I really want it to do that, what I want to do is maybe have, if it was negative, right? I did -1 equals m, and I had b, so -1 will, I think, flip it, right? It'll flip it, and then if I do -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, and b equals -6, or rather +6, because it'd be y minus 6 equals -1x, I think. So I'm going to say that's not a transformation. That's, oh, maybe it's the line, right? The line reflect over y equals -x plus 6. Now it could be -6. I could have really gotten this wrong, but these problems scare me. Moving on. The perimeter of the right-angled triangle is 72. Okay, we're just going to draw a right triangle. We know that the perimeter is 72. So we're going to put A, B, C, and A plus B plus C equals 72. The lengths of its sides are in the ratio 3, 4, 5. Amazing. Work out the area of the triangle. Now this one is fun. What if it was 15? Let's just try 15, 20, 25. Clearly not enough. So this is just a guess test. I know there's an algebraic thing I could do to do this. Now this gives me 1 plus 2 is 3, plus that's 6, 72 equals 72. So this is perfect. A equals 18, B equals 24, and C is going to equal 30. So that's just our lovely triangle here. We'll write that down. We're going to have 18, 24, that's a really good, and 30. Now it says, hey, work out that area. Well, we know that 1/2 BH equals the area. We know that the base is 24, so we're just going to put 1/2 24 times 18. And I believe that gives us the correct answer, which is, what are we going to do here? Should I do 9 times 24? Or we got 12 times 18. So 12 times 18 is going to be 12 times 20 minus 24. So that's going to be 240 minus 24, which is 226, 216. I have to show work, right? Okay. 216. Okay, that was fine. 216, we're good to go. That was worth 4 points. Heck yes, thank you. Write down the value of 36 point. Wait, write down the value of 36.5? Oh, 36 to the half power. Well, we know 36 to the half power equals the square root of 36, which is equal to 6. So, bam! Write down the value of 23. Well, we know that 23 to the 0 equals 1. So we're just going to put 1. That was a great point. Thank you, Proctor, whoever you are. Work out the value of 27 to the negative 2/3 power. 27 to the negative 2/3. We're going to write that down. So 27 to the negative 2/3 power, it's negative. So what we're going to do instead is say 1 over 27. To the 2/3 power. And then what we're going to do with that is say 1 over 27 squared, and we're just going to third root that. However, that doesn't look that fun. Why don't we do it the other way around? Third root of 1 over third root of 27 squared, because we know that this one's 3, so then we have 1/3 squared, which is equal to 1/9, and the answer is 1/9. Bam! Moving on. That was fun. Nice easy points here. Ooh, statistics, we'll see. The table gives some information about the heights of 80 girls. Least height is 133. That's pretty tiny. The most is, wow, 170. Some short school. Okay, draw a box plot to represent this information. I'm ready for my box plot. Least height's 133, so we're gonna go to 133 here, and I'm gonna draw a, this is pretty to scale, so 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna draw one of these lines. 170 seems to be the other end, so I'm gonna draw a line right there on 170. Next, we have the lower quartile is 145, so I'm gonna go to 145, which is right here, and I'm gonna draw a nice big line there. Upper quartile is 157, so I'm gonna go to 157. Perfect. Next, we're just going to connect those, the nice little box. I hope this is the right thing. I thought this was a box and whisker. No, this is totally a box plot, right? Next, the median is 151, so I'm just gonna put a nice little thing right there. Bam, this looks like a lovely little box plot. How many points is that? 3? Heck yes. Work out an estimate for the number of these girls with a height between 133 and 157. All right, between 133, which seems to be the least height, which is right here, that's good, and 157, which is the upper quartile of 157. I mean, yeah, so that's the upper quartile. That's good news for me, because hypothetically, upper quartile means 75% of the data is going to bear. Let me just write down everything here. So 75% of data is less than upper quartile. I just want to, you got to write this stuff down, which means that, and 75% of 80 is 60. So at this point, an estimate for the number of girls with a height between 133, the answer is 60. Bam! We're like rattling through, oh my god, the geometry. Why? This is literally my weakest of all the things. Okay, let's see. A and B are points on circle center O. Perfect. BC is a tangent to the circle. All right. AOC is a straight line. She's a straight line politician in the United States of America. Angle ABO, ABO is x to the O power. Find the size of ACB in terms of x. Oh my god. This is rough. ACB is the answer, so we need to find that. Give reasons for each stage. Okay. Boys and girls, this is where the true mathies become mathies. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. So BC is tangent to the circle. That's good. That means that if I draw a line from O to B, that should be radius R, whatever that means. I don't know if that's helped me. And it goes right through the circle, which is good because that means that this is R and this is R, right? I think I can make that assumption. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so now we have an isosceles looking triangle, which means this should be solvable. It wants us to find, oh, an angle ABO is x to the 0. ABO. So this right here is x to the 0. Find the size of angle ACB in terms of x. ACB. Oh, interesting. So if I want to get that, I want to eventually get this thing and probably the, oh, this looks like a right triangle. Oh my god, that's a right angle. Bam. All right. So all I have to do is find this angle right here, BOC, and I should immediately be able to find my answer. So if this is isosceles, I'm going to draw a straight line, see if this helps me. Draw a straight line as well. Oh, we got Chinese on the way. Oh man, this is rough. We know that, oh, this is XO, because, oh my gosh, I drew a straight line, bam, this is XO if this is XO, which means that this is, oh, okay. So what we have here is 360 degrees, which is this entire thing, right? Minus 2XO, and I'm gonna put x to the 1 and x to the 1. We know it's like that because it's isosceles. Minus 2x to the 1 equals 0. Oh, so we can't have that as an angle. We need to express that in other terms. Dang it. Well, we can actually say that x to the 1 is equal to what? Let's solve for that. Well, 360 equals, we'll put 2x to the O plus 2x to the 1. So x to the 1 is essentially equal to 360 minus 2x to the O, and then divide everything by 2. Which means it's equal to 180 minus x to the O. Oh, x to the O. So if we know now what x to the O equals, and we know that this is x to the 1, we also know that I'm an absolute idiot. Oh no, that's it. We've done it. We've done it. Now that we know what x to the 1 is, which is this right here, the only thing we really needed, we can say that BOC, oh, I'm getting excited. So angle BOC is equal to 180 minus x to the O. Perfect. And because we know that, and we know that this right angle, angle OBC, is equal to 90 degrees, so angle ACB must be equal to 180 minus 90 minus 180, oh no, uh-oh, plus x to the O. So 180 minus 180, we're going to just do that, and we have ACB, the correct thing should be equal to XO minus 90. I think that's correct. We're just gonna have to move on because there's a lot of questions left. I'm already 26 minutes in. I was trying to do this as fast as possible. Next, prove that the square of an odd number is always one more than a multiple of 4. Whoa, you guys got proofs in the GCSEs? What the gosh dang? All right, prove the square of an odd number. Okay, well, we know that every odd number has the form 2c plus 1, where c is any integer value. So if we know that all odds are like this, I have to prove that the square of an odd number is always one more than a multiple of 4. All right, well, that's pretty simple. We're just going to do 2c plus 1. We're going to square any odd number because this works for any odd number. I don't know how much you've missed, but both of my cameras stopped recording at the same time. I think it must have been like hopefully less than a minute or two. But QED, okay, literally this speaks for itself. You're going to have an odd number. You're going to square it. It's going to come out like this. That was actually pretty fun. I like proofs. As long as you know this thing right here, this is like a thing that you know about all odds, then you're gonna be good for that. All right, next up, the square root of 5 times square root of 8 plus square root of 18 can be written in the form of a to the square root of 10, times square root of 10, where a is an integer. Okay, find the value of a. First of all, we have the square root of 40 plus the square root of what? 40 plus 50 is 90. All right, so we have square root of 40 plus square root of 90. We know we have to get it to the square root of 10. So we're gonna take the square root of 10 out of this, and we're gonna make that the square root of 10 times square root of 4 plus square root of, I already did the math there by accident, square root of 9, and that's going to be square root of 10 times 2 plus 3, which is going to be 5 square root of 10, so a equals 5. Bam! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to dab on you, but we're moving on. Math is fun. Y is inversely proportional to d squared, so y equals 1 over d squared, I'm hoping. That's basically what it's like. When d is 10, y is 4. Okay, so when d is 10, it's going to be 1 over 100. Oh, so I'm going to put a over d. So I'm going to put a over 100 equals 4, right? Because y is 4. So therefore, what is this a involved? Multiply both sides by 100, and you get a equals 400. Cool. D is directly proportional to x squared, so d equals bx squared, when x is 2 and d is 24. So that means we're going to have 24 equals b times 4, which means that b equals 6. Okay, so we're going to box these up. Find a formula for y in terms of x. Give your answer in its simplest form. Let's replace the d squared with x from this. Okay, so solve for d here. We know that d equals, and we saw equals 6x squared. So if that's true, we know that d squared is up here, then we know that y equals a, which we know is 400. So y equals 400 over, we're going to write 6x squared squared. So y equals 400 over 36x to the 4th. I think that's correct. Give your answer in its simplest form, but it says simplest form, so we have to simplify it a bit. Both of these are divisible by 4. We're going to have 9 on the bottom and 100 on the top, so that's 100 over 9x to the 4th. I also want to move that out. Y equals 100 over 9 x to the negative 4. I like it like that. She working that back. Don't know how to x. Didn't work. Okay, 100 over 9. It is 9.9999, right? Because it's 99. Oh, it's 11.111. Oh, I'm so sorry, all these math people that are cringing in the comments. Hopefully. So y equals, we could just do 11 point, I'm just gonna put 1 like that. Y equals 11.1 x to the negative 4, or to be honest, I'm just gonna put y equals 100 over 9x to the 4th. That's the correct answer. You could do it different ways, but either way, that's good. That was 5 points. I hope I got that one right. Next, factorize a squared minus b squared. That is a plus b, a minus b. That's like the most simplest one ever. That's 1 point, right? Yeah, only 1 point. Hence or otherwise, simplify fully x squared plus 4 squared minus, okay, let's do this right now. So this is gonna be x to the 4th plus 8x plus 8 minus, so minus, and just because I don't like messing up the negative signs here, we're gonna have negative x to the 4th minus 4x squared, and then plus 4. Bam. Now we're gonna zap, something my algebra teacher taught me in 8th grade. It's a zap. So we have x to the 4th plus negative x to the 4th. They cancel out. Then we have 8x, oh, your boy forgot. 8x squared plus 8x squared, that's 12x squared. Then we have plus 8, and then we have minus 4. Minus 4, which I believe if you want me to simplify it fully, I'm going to take a 4 out, right? We're going to have 4, and we're going to do, oh wait, no. What we can do here is do 12, x minus 2, x plus 2. I mean, that's fun, right? You can't take you could take a 4 out if you wanted to, But then, oh, that actually does simplify. I think if we took a 4 out, let me just do some math over here, it would have 3, it would be 3x squared minus 1, which does not simplify, no. So either one of these is correct. You know, it doesn't quite matter. I think both of these, it says simplify fully though. This one's good. Oh no. Can I do this? I think I can maybe. Let's just do, simplify this. What if we did 3x plus 1? What if we did x minus 1? It'd be negative 3 plus 1. No, I don't think we can do that. You can't do it because there's no middle thing. They can't cancel out. So I'm going to say this one right here. Also, I'd love to check my work if I had more time, but I'm trying to rush through this. I think I might have made a mistake here. We're just going to move on then. That was worth 4 points. Hope I got them all. There are only red counters, blue counters, and purple counters in a bag. What the heck is a counter? The ratio of number of red counters and the number of blue counters is 3 to 17. So red to blue. So 3 red equals 17 blue. Sam takes at random a counter from the bag. What is a counter? Is it like just a number? The probability that the counter is purple is 0.2. So P of purple equals 0.2. Work out the probability that Sam takes a red. Oh, this is some probability random variable stuff right here. I'm enjoying this. Well, that means that the probability that it is either red or blue is equal to 0.8. All right, we can agree on that. Now, if it's red or blue, we know it's 0.8. What's the probability that he takes a red? Well, if we know that the ratio is 3 to 17 with red, so the probability of red, I see. The probability of red, given that we're pulling, that it's gonna be either red or blue. Frick. I know what I'm doing here, but I'm also having little struggles. Also, I hate that I have to use a pen here. So let's just pretend the purple doesn't exist right now. Dangerous. But also, who knows? So if that's true, that means that the probability of a red and blue, are these disjoint? Are they disjoint? Are they mutually exclusive? I know there's a simple probability formula I'm missing here. I'm thinking U and B is equal to probability of red plus the probability of B. Yes, so we know that 1 equals P of B plus P of red plus P of purple. Now we know this is 0.2. So therefore we have 0.8 equals. Can I just say that? Can I say the union of these sets is that? Because it feels dirty. It's not 3/20ths though. That's the issue. It's 3/20ths in comparison to itself. The one I should not be having problems with is a probability problem. This is stressful. I kind of want to do something with givens. This is really taking some thought here. Also, there's not a lot of space for this one. I feel like there's clearly something easy I'm missing. I haven't written down 3/20ths, which I want for some point purposes. The probability of getting a red is 3/20ths, and the probability of getting a other one is 17/20ths. Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. So if the probability of getting a purple one is 0.2, that means the ratio, if this is 3, oh my gosh, I think I've got it. Okay, so the probability of pulling a red counter, right, is going to be 3 over 20 plus the number of purples. The probability of pulling that one is 17 over 20 plus purple. And the probability of pulling a purple is 0.2, or 1 over 5, right? Now, how many of those are going to be in there? I want to just put 5, if this is in its simplest terms, but I don't really think I can do that. Man, oh man, this is embarrassing. 1/5. Add 5 to it, add 5 to it. Come on, just do the 5. Oh, well, no, don't just add 5 to it. It has to be 0.2. The probability of getting that purple has to be 0.2. So P divided by the total number, P over N equals 0.2. Now, what is N? N is equal to 3 plus 17 plus the number of purples. Oh my gosh, I think I've cracked it. So how many is our N? We need to know how many is P. P over the N. So we know also, so N equals P plus 20, and P over P plus 20 equals 0.2, which means that P equals 0.2 P plus 20. Oh my god, I think I can do this, which means that, multiply it through, P equals 0.2 P plus 0.2 times 20 is 1/5 of that, so 4, right? Plus 4, and then we have 0.8 P, I'm getting towards the area I'm not allowed to do, 0.8 P equals 4, multiply both sides by 0.8, so we'll just bring that up here, 4 times, divided by 0.8, which is the same as multiplying by 5/4, which is going to be 5, divided by 0.8 equals 5 equals P. So, oh my god, it was 5 the whole time. I just had to do 5. What the heck? I was like, add 5, add 5. Here we go. This one has done me in. Now, what's the probability that you take a red counter? Well, my friends, the answer would be 3 divided by 20 plus P, 3 over 20 plus 5. There we go, equals 3 over 25ths. So 3 over 25. I really hope that's right, because that means that it's 17 over 25. So it's going to be 3 over 25, 17 over 25, and 5 over 25. Oh my god, that works. Yes, beautiful. I freaking love probability and random variables. I love this stuff. Oh, this is what I want. Okay, this is the challenging stuff. Also, if you guys are doing this for your GCSEs, God bless. Oh, that was, I mean, I've got a degree, and that one gave me some time, but I got it. I think, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was a beautiful work of art. It was a puzzle. Oh, great. Okay, let's simplify this. We got 3x squared. That one's got to be a negative 3. So this will be plus 1. 3x plus 1, and then we'll do x minus 3. We have 3x squared, bam. We have negative 3, bam. And then we have negative 9x plus, bam. It was perfect. Okay, so we're going to write that out. Assumably, we're going to have one of these here because it's GCSE math. I assume it's going to make this simple. Yep, look at that. Let's pull a 2 out, and then we're going to get x squared minus 3x. We can actually pull the 2x out. If we pull the x out, then it's just going to be x minus 3. Perfect. Cross them out. The answer is going to be 3x plus 1 over 2x. I don't think we want to do anything with that. Hypothetically, we can simplify this a bit more. 1.5 plus 2x to the negative 1. I don't know why you'd want to do this. Honestly, I'm just going to put that in there and be like 3x plus 1 over 2x. I think that's simple enough because both of these are right, but I like this one more. Next, look at all this empty space we're wasting. Come on, GCSE math. Did I miss one? I did. Oh, no. Oh, okay, here's a graph of sine x. Okay, I know this. Some pre-calc here. I was trigonometry and stuff, you know, in GCSE math. Sketch the graph of y equals sine x minus 2. Oh, it's only worth 2 points. Just want me to, oh. Here's the graph of y equals sine x. Cool. Sketch the graph of y equals sine x minus 2. Well, that makes sense. This is just an easy translation. Is it 2 above or 2 below? This is the trick right here. Easy solution. Why don't we just plug a number in? 90. Let's just say it's 90 degrees. What's sine of 90 degrees? 1. So what is 1 minus 2? So right now it's at 1. Minus 2. It's going to be translated down, everyone. This is math. It always works. So it's a translation of negative 2. So I'm going to do this. I'm really good at drawing with a freaking pen. Don't forget, it's black. Okay, boom. We'll just forget that ever happens. I'm not good at drawing. Give me the points. Next, how many do we have left? We're at the end. We're at the very end here. Thank you for sticking with me. Let's see if I can do this in under an hour. The point P has coordinates 3, 4. The point Q has coordinates A, B. A line perpendicular to, darn it with this visual stuff. 3, 4. I'm just going to draw something. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a little coordinate. His name is P. Point Q has coordinates A, B. A line perpendicular to PQ is given by the equation 3x plus 2y equals 7. Find an expression for B. Oh my god. What is this worth? 5 points? So first of all, let's find the equation of the line. What would the equation of this line be? Well, we want to find the slope. The slope is the rise over the run. What is the slope? M is going to be equal to 4 minus B over 3 minus A. I'm pretty sure. The line perpendicular to PQ is given by the equation 3x plus 2y equals 7. This is a rough question. So that means if it's perpendicular to this line with the slope, hypothetically, if you multiply those two lines together, it should equal 1. I think that is some like freaking 9th grade algebra 1 that I am trying to remember right now. We have 2y equals 7 minus 3x and y equals 7 minus 3x over 2. And what we're going to do there is make this into a rise over run type of thing. So that means we have y equals, we're going to do 7 over 2 minus 3x over 2. And what that's going to be is y equals negative 3 halves, that's the slope, x plus 7 over 2. Now that looks nice. This, we have the slope. This is so hard. Oh my god, this is where I'm failing here. So I just found what this was, right? A line perpendicular to PQ is given by the equation that. No, I don't think I can do it. I genuinely think this one would take probably a half hour of my time, and it's scaring me right now. That's why I get a lot of paper. Oh my, 5 points? Am I gonna pass this test? Okay. Oh my god. Perpendicular to PQ is given by the equation 3x plus 2y equals 7. A line perpendicular to PQ is given by the equation, oh my god. So if we know that, like, there's this, And we know that this one is y equals negative 3/2 x plus 7 over 2. You know what? I can't. I'm going to be honest. This one is evil. I'm really sorry, all you people. You were right. This one is the one that broke me. I don't know how the heck I'm going to be able to do this. Like, I can totally solve for some things, but... Oh, wait a minute. If that's the line perpendicular... Oh, this is correct. I'm pretty sure I've got this now. If it forms at right angles, let's just do the line y equals x. Then, if we do the line y equals negative x... It's just the negative of it. I think you're supposed to multiply the slope by negative. I'm just trying to write as much as I can to get some points for this one, okay? Because clearly, I don't know what I'm doing. 3, and then we have 3 minus a over 2 equals 4 minus b. Let's just bring that over here. Negative b, we'll bring the 4 to the other side, equals 3 minus a over 2, and then we're going to subtract 4 minus 4, and then what we do is b equals, we're going to just negative everything, 4 minus 3 minus a over 2. That is correct, right? I really freaking hope so, because I actually spent the time on this one. Hopefully this works. 8 minus 9, right? Yeah, plus 3a over 2, which is equal to 3a minus 1 over 2. So that b equals 3a minus 1 over 2. If that's correct, I'm going to be so freaking happy. Okay, this was the most difficult problem, and I think I got it. I showed a lot of work there. Let us just pray. This is our last problem. This is what it all comes down to. We're almost at a full hour. We'll have to stop at the hour. Okay, n is an integer such that 3n plus 2 is less than or equal to 14. 3n plus 2 is less than or equal to 14, which means that 3n is less than or equal to 12, which means that n is less than or equal to 4. Cool, easy. Next, 6n over n squared plus 5 is greater than 1. All right, which means that 6n is greater than n squared plus 5, which means that 0 is greater than n squared minus 6n plus 5, which means that 0 is greater than n minus 5, n minus 1. That works out, perfect. So at this point, we know that n is less than or equal to 4, and n is greater than, oh, I see what they've done here. So if we have a number line, right, with this being 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, we know that at this point, we can draw a line like that. Well, I'll draw it like this. N cannot be 5. So n cannot be 5, n cannot be 1. So basically, both of these have to be positive. So if n is a negative number, then this stays negative. And if n is a negative number here, it also stays negative. That's great. That's really good to know, because that means negative times negative is positive. So at this point, what if it was negative 4? I'm just going to do this with a line there, all right? I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. All right, my camera ran out of space, but I'm pretty sure this is correct. N can be all values less than or equal to 4 when n is not equal to 1. So n belongs to all values of, I can't remember my scientific notation. We're just going to say n is less than or equal to 4, and n cannot equal 1. So I'm having a real bad time here. Time, okay, I know I skipped one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's good. That's it. That was the one I skipped. I think I skipped another one. But either way, time, we're at 1 hour. Jesus, that took a long time. This is going to be fun to edit. Okay, it's now time to grade. All right, I'm going to try and mark this as quickly as possible to see how I did. Also, because this is how GCSEs usually are, we have invigilators in the background just eating food loudly. Really puts you in the vibe of taking an actual GCSE. Okay, so I was just reading through the general marking guidance, and it says if you basically BS the work but get the right answer, you get 0 points. I don't think that's very fair, but luckily I didn't do any BSing. Moving on. First, the answer is going to be, oh God, did I get the first one wrong? This is embarrassing. Oh, 3 and 11/28. Yes, and I have it correct. Okay, I didn't understand the marking scheme. So this one, we're gonna give ourselves 4 marks. That's gonna be 2. 1 3/5. It looks like I did the math correctly for this, and good, 2 marks. Number 2. 80 may be seen in the ratio 80-50. What's the answer? If 140 is clearly identified at houses, then I award full marks. Full marks, that's good, that's 2 points. Number 3. The one about Renee. 30% is not enough, but should be awarded 2 marks. Heck yes. I didn't know what percentage profit was, but clearly I knew the math. So we're going to give ourselves, oh, there was, out of 4 marks, I only got 2? That's offensive. Well, already upset with this whole system. Next up, number 4. The answer I put was 25. The answer is 25. 25. That's the correct answer. I did it. I have all the work here showing I'm doing long division and doing an estimate. Less days required. Incorrect grammar. Okay, math people, it's fewer days required. Boom, we just got full marks. 1 plus 3 is 4. Next up, the Isosceles Triangle. What is the answer? I put 66. I put centimeters squared, so thank God I got an extra point for that. That's a mark. Oh man, there's marks for so many individual things. for a numerical answer of 96. This is not 96 because I didn't add correctly. Wow. Way to go. 1/2 6 times 5. I did 1/2 3 times 5. Man, I really botched that one. Real hardcore. This is wrong. This is wrong. The only thing I got here was the pity points of getting centimeters squared. Thank the Lord. I've got 1 point out of... Gosh dang, there was 6 points. So this is incorrect, isn't it? For drawing an isosceles triangle. Is this isosceles? 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3. 1, 2, 3 over... Yes, this is isosceles. I get 1 point. So I get +1. And then it looks like for a fully correct diagram, condone a perpendicular drawn from the base to the vortex. I didn't do that. I didn't draw that, so I'm going to have -1. Next up, it looks like I got this super duper wrong. So I'm going to give myself only 1 point because I basically really messed up. At least I had centimeters squared, but this is all wrong. Well, I'm now understanding this process and how much I hate this. Number 6. This one should be easy. 2220 is the answer. Correct. Process to find the x-coordinate. Yes. The process to find the y-coordinate. Yep. Didn't skip any steps. Good. That's a full 5 marks. Okay. 5. Number 7. I don't know if this was correct, and I was really praying for it. Oh my god, it was so simple. I just had to say rotation about a point. That's so much easier than what I was thinking. I'm going to give myself 0 points for that. That's 2 marks, so that's 0. The perimeter of a right triangle, blah, 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 blah. 216 is my answer. For the process to find the length, 24. Gotten 4 marks there. 4. Next up is number 9. This is 6, except 6. Cool. This one is 1. I mean, that's pretty simple. Show the evidence of this or the evidence of that. I did, as you can see here. That's full marks, which is 4. Sweet. Okay, we're halfway through. Note that a box must be present and must have tails. We've got that. Blah, 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 blah. Correct. We got that all worked out. And this was 60, so that's 5 marks. 90 minus 2x is the answer. Oh, no. We had something like that, but I got a very different thing. For identifying an unknown angle, okay, I'm gonna give myself a point. Good job, me. You have to write down the reasons why you're doing it. I wrote the XO. I don't have to write that it's an isosceles. I get 0 points. Okay, well, this was worth 5 marks, and I've got, looks like 2. I can't believe you had to write why you did it. It should be freaking self-explanatory. 12, I literally QED'd that. That's pretty simple. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's regarded in 3 correct terms. We wrote it down as 2c plus 1. Good for expanding an odd number with at least 3 of 4 terms. What? No. I don't have to expand the odd number. I don't have to show you an example. I'm not an idiot. This is an basic, for correct simplified expansion. Yes, that's written down. For a concluding statement, check. I even QED'd it. However, they're asking for they want a point for expanding multiple odd numbers. I'm really angry. I guess I'm only gonna give myself 3 points, but that is a bullcrap grading scheme, I've gotta say. It's like saying, prove, you put 1 plus 1 equals 2, they're like, using what? Write the word addition. Okay, fine. Number 13, moving on, the correct answer should be 5, right? 2 square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 2, yeah, 5 square root of 10. The answer is 5 square root of 10. I did all the correct math. Okay, this is good. I just did it a different method than they did, which is quite surprising. Mine way looked simpler. Either way, cool. 1, 2, 3, got 3 marks. Okay, I put y equals 100 over 9x to the 4th power. The correct answer was 100 over 9x to the 4th power. Hey, I can't believe I got that one. Full process in terms of finding that. Yes, I wrote down those steps. Then we have writing that down with k. Yes. Good, we got full marks. 5. 15. Base mark for writing a minus b. Yep, that's 1 point. All right, we're gonna give ourselves 1 there. X to the 4th plus x, 8x squared plus 8. Oh, I did basic math wrong. Well, that's depressing. 4 times 4 is 16, not 8. So I really had most of this right. And I just messed up this one small number through a basic multiplication error because I didn't go back and check my work. So I get negative. I'm not giving myself that point. Answer is also wrong. -1, -2. We have most all of this wrong. 16. The answer is 0.12. 0.12 is 3 over 25. Hooray! That one took so long. I'm so glad I got that correct. In terms of showing all the work, I mean, there's a lot of different ways, but I showed every single step here. I mean, yes, as a proctor, I know where I'm looking. Boom, that's 3 marks. Thank the Lord in heaven. Number 17. Oh, 3x plus 1 over 2x. Correct. That's an answer point thing there. We got 3 points. Bam. Write down extra 3. Next up, number 18. For a graph translated by -2 in the y direction, Ta-da! For a graph translated in the y direction, you get an extra point. Good job, me. So that's an extra 2 points. Please, I hope I've passed this. The correct answer is b equals 2/3 a plus 2. I wrote down this gobbledygook, which is incorrect. Oh, God. So you have to write m equals -3/2. There, yep, here's m equals 3/2, m equals -3/2. I've got that written down. For showing a process to find PQ is b minus 4 over a minus 3. I did show the process. However, I have those numbers reversed because I'm a dum-dum. I lose the further 3 points because I had that reversed. -3. Oh, God, man. The final one. This one was worth 5 points. So, first off, what is the answer? 2, 3, and 4. I got this really wrong. No! Oh, God, this must have been painful to watch. I mean, I do have, it's less than or equal to 4. Do I get any points for that? No! I've got 1 point. For a complete method to rearrange that to the form of this, I've got an extra 1 point. For the method to begin to solve n squared minus 6n, to get that, I get 1 point. I really messed this up. I think it would have been really simple, but I really went for it in the negative way. I should have probably checked if both numbers were negative, it would have come out positive as well. So clearly it's got to be between 1 and 4. Either way, I got myself 3 points, -2. That's the end of it, folks. The total marks for this paper is 80. I have -19. So our total marks is 61. 61 divided by 80 is over 75%. 76.25%. 76.25%. Now, what is passing in this GCSE? Have I done it? I got an A? Is that an A star? Or
no.
just
85 is an A star.
Well, oh, man.
It could be a B.
It could be a B.
What? Oh my God, if I get a B, I'm gonna cry. It's this whole number system. The GCSE has all these numbers. I just checked online for the new GCSE grading model, and I have an 8. Turns out 9, 8, and 7 are all A's, any 6 and 5s are B's, and then 4, 3s, and 2s are C's, and it goes down to 1. But either way, I got an A. It wasn't the highest A. An 8 is okay. Okay. It's not too shabby. I'm okay. I think I'd rather have letters than these weird numbers, so if we could just switch it back to that, I think that'd be beneficial. So learnings from taking this maths GCSE. 1, the maths is way more difficult than I thought it would be. Some of them I was like, oh, I know how to do this from my degree, but there were some that were really difficult. Some I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like a lot of the algebra ones, I was like, that's cool. The geometry ones make sense, those are in there. Some of the probability ones, I'm like, if you can get those good on you, those were pretty tough. But also, I feel like I was really rushing and I got it done in an hour. Maybe like, I don't know, have at least 5 less problems so you have more time to actually spend on those. That's just my opinion. Mark scheme is really weird. Why isn't it just letters? That would make more sense. Also, please let us use pencil. Why would you make us use pen in math? That's just nonsense. If you are taking GCSE as your A-levels, please spend a lot of time going over previous ones you've finished to make sure you do not get negative points for a simple error in multiplication or forgetting to carry the 1. Basic things. I didn't go over and check my work because I wanted this video not to be the longest ever. It already is. But thank you for studying along for my journey. I'm okay with this A. I'm gonna put it on my CV and maybe I can get another job. Hope you've enjoyed this long feat. If you want, please give me a thumbs up for all this freaking effort. I hope you've enjoyed. Also, if you've been going along in the comments, tell me how you did on this one or how you did on your Maths GCSE Higher. I'd love to hear from you. And otherwise, you can watch this video. I made it the other day. It's okay. I'm about to go cry into my A and not A star. Hope to see you guys next Sunday. Goodbye.